Okay. So I have been a disabled person my entire life, and I got a terminal diagnosis in 2017 of pulmonary fibrosis. And my position now is that I am 99% um, bedbound. I don't really like the term, but that's what it is. Um, but I have made a good life for myself in this position. I am so privileged as a disabled person and a palliative care patient because I have funding, I have continuing healthcare funding for my care. And yes, it is assessed every year and for some bizarre reason could be taken away. But I know how lucky I am to have that. I also have the support of my local hospice. And without that, I'm not sure I would cope. They have helped me with medical things. They have helped me create a very, very detailed advance directive about what I want um, now and later. And we have weekly social Zooms where we learn about random things like hedgehogs and you know we have speakers from Cambridge University come and talk to us. And that social interaction with other people in similar positions is absolutely crucial to my well-being. So the other privilege I've got, the DWP have left me alone for a few years. That's all going to change very soon as we're moved to universal credit. But for now, I'm just about okay. My first language is English, another privilege. I'm pretty good at negotiating the various systems that we have and getting my needs met. I also have just about got the means to be able to get a private prescription for medical cannabis at the moment, which is supplementing my NHS prescriptions for pain relief. So I am at a point where I can cope with it. What I worry about most with this bill is it will change my relationship with doctors and the medical profession as a whole. And it's already been damaged. I was one of the people who was called by a GP that I'd known for years, who asked me very abruptly whether I would agree to a DNR. It wasn't really a question, though. It was, and I just said, look, I've got a detailed document, please follow that. And that was that. But it was damaging to the relationship. And this, I feel, would be even worse. I would be constantly questioning whether these people really wanted to treat me or not. And I know that healthcare is being rationed, let's face it, let's be honest, already. So we have to be strong advocates for ourselves and each other already. So as I say, I've already got this really detailed advance directive, and that is a legally binding document, and it goes above anything that I might say, well, I've got, well, I'm really unwell and incoherent, not able to make decisions. And it's more important than anything someone with power of attorney would have to say about decisions about my care. And not everyone has access to that kind of support and knowledge base that hospice doctors and other staff have. So, yeah, incredibly lucky in so many ways. What bothers me as well about this legislation is that so many of the arguments are riddled with disableism. I could not abide going on living if this or this or this had to happen. And it's almost as if people think they never need help with anything. I don't see the difference between the help I require than somebody calling an IT desk. It's just different. And people adapt. People think they won't adapt, but they do all the time to some really serious things that happen in their lives. In 2012, one of my children died, and I never thought that I would function as a person after that. I have known absolute mental anguish. and it's still there. But I have learned to live with that level of grief. So I guess fix the fundamentals was the bit that really stuck out to me when I read the DPO response. And if you take away my care, you take away my housing security, take away my financial security, my medication, my hospice support, I would probably want to take those pills. But because I have that safety net, I don't. And I I understand why the people in Oregon and Canada, etc., who are in dire situations, I understand why they might be tempted to do that. But you can't ask the question of whether this should be legal until you fix what's broken.